Hey, good morning, everybody. There we go. We're in business over here. All right. All right. Boy, I was juggling my mind and trying to figure out what video I wanted to do and everything else. And I was like, I got to do one on Sunday. This should be the best day for me to do a video to try to maybe more people are might be watching. So I'm like, can't quit. I can't quit. Some days I just feel like saying, oh, I don't want to do it. But, folks, we don't give up here. We're the underdogs, okay? We're the underdogs. And when underdogs rise up and win, that's a bigger achievement. You stay there where you're going. You stay. So not stuff that's just handed over to you so freely, or this was easy and the path there was very easy. No. When that road is tough and you get there and succeed, you stay there. When that path is easy and you get there, sometimes you don't stay there. You crumble down because you don't have them tools to stay hard and fight. You build them tools up when you're struggling and rising up. You'll know what to do in certain situations because you've been there. So, I got the drug addiction thumbnail. I got to remember what the video was about because I brainstormed about 10 and was just like, well, drug addiction's a big issue right now. Hey, come on and have a cup of coffee with me. All right. Oh, I'd like to thank my subscribers and everything else. And yeah, the mafia videos do good. And, that's nice. The thumbnails, Mike Francis, Sammy the Bull, and, the time I spent with some of those people and this and that. And, yeah, they do all right. But I want to talk about, because I see the views are higher. And, yeah, I mean, people aren't interested in a video. That thumbnail is important because I just got a small channel. It's not in the regular system. Who can possibly come across my channel on YouTube? I'm last in line. I'm the caboose. But I'm learning. I'm starting from scratch, and we're rising up. We're the underdogs. Listen, I was the underdog. I was dead for over an hour, almost 2 hours. I was dead. I came back and beat all the odds. So there's nothing I won't tackle. I don't give up. I don't give up. There's my mother and my grandfather and my niece and my daughter. We're fighters. We're fighters. We're taught, don't give up. Don't give up. So the recovery system today and what are the I'm thinking of a good word. What's the basis? What's the foundation of their recovery theories to get drug addicts clean? Now, let me establish first of all, I got twitches in my eyes, folks, and I got a crooked eye, blah, 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 but I put these on for medical reasons. And if I look cool, that's a bargain. Don't run. Come on, I gotta do this video. So I want to establish that the people where I was at 10 years ago, 8 or 9 years ago, are good, well-meant people. Good, well-meant people. And they're just doing their thing. But their recovery theories, their systems, and the stuff that they run their facilities on it's debatable. It's the success rate and don't get me wrong, if anybody from them places or you or somebody knows somebody in that field, they're well-met people, but the success rate is 3 to 5%. I mean, if it was a business, it would have been bankrupted a long time ago. Forgive me. I went through the system, and I could have been a drug counselor if I wanted to. I took stuff. I'm well educated in many fields: business, marketing, psychology, addiction, firsthand addiction. I could have been a drug counselor, but I don't want to get involved in all that. I want to just enjoy my life and chill out. Get on that merry-go-round. Does it mean those people aren't worth it? The 3 to 5 people out of 100? Yeah, they're worth it. But then it comes down to taxpayers. They just put up a big facility in the next 30 miles from here, and taxpayers got to pay for it. So, you go through these places and they got their own program to get you clean and get you to stay clean. But no spirituality could be integrated with that. So it's you, your counselor, the facility, and then you go to meetings and they talk about all, uplifting stuff. It's well meant. But it ain't gonna get a drug addict once they leave to stop doing drugs. That's all peripheral stuff. You got to get to a person's soul. And how do you get to that soul? Spirituality. I'm not talking about just God and Jesus and everything else. Get a person to investigate deep inside their soul. You have to tap into that. And the recovery system, they got their hand out every year, the state budget, county budgets, local governments, that they need money. Yeah, okay, that's fine. But taxpayers might not view it like that on an operation that's only pumping out 3 to 5 people out of 100. You're going to put that big burden on the community, and these are country club places. I've been in it. And there's people going to factory jobs and they're getting their checks and they're taxed and they're going toward these places. No, I'm not trying to bash these places. I'm just putting it out there. What do you think? Is it worth it? Is that 3 to 5 people out of 100 that stay clean, not just get clean from the facility and then they go relapse down the line? So we don't even know what those numbers are. It might actually be 1 out of 100 in reality that stay clean. I didn't get clean. I overdosed. I died. I came back and I went on and I was like, I had enough. I got me clean. Only you can get yourself clean. A recovery system can't get you clean. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, you got to go above and beyond and investigate yourself, your thinking, your future, your spirituality, and then where do you want to be? They want you to go to meetings and all this. I ain't going to no recovery meetings. That's the biggest joke in the world. My name is Billy. I'm a drug addict. No, you quit. You're not a drug addict. My name is Rick. I'm an alcoholic. Well, you've been clean for 3 years. What are you going to meetings saying all that? Who came up with that garbage? If you divorced your wife, she's not your wife. If you divorced drugs, you're not a drug addict. If you've divorced alcohol, which is a drug, you're still not an alcoholic. Who came up with that crazy stuff? To keep your mind weak. They want you to go to these meetings, 30 meetings in 30 days, 60 meetings in 60 days. And if you peel the layers off, it's doing more bad than good. Divorce it. You left it. You had some problems once upon a time. You fixed them. It's done. You don't know. You don't have to go back to the scene of the crime. Yeah, I mean, when you divorce that like a spouse, you're done with it. You're done with it. They're in there. I told the guy, he was at a meeting or something. You go outside, you have a smoke. And he's like, when he was in the meeting, he was like, yeah, my name's Rick. I'm an alcoholic. My last drink was like 20 years ago. Bro, you ain't no alcoholic. Why are you berating yourself? So our recovery system and the meetings that come after that are a joke. I understand there might be well-intended people from the counselors and the addicts, but you got to open your mind. That's just ridiculous. That's ridiculous. You can't, and they think these things will keep you sober. They think these things will stop you from relapsing. They just keep that life in your mind. They keep that life in your mind, and you're more apt to relapse. So why would you want to go? You're like, you know what? I had enough of this drug life. I'm going to stay clean. I'm going to go try to be a different person and live my life a different way. Why do you want to entertain yourself with anything that has to do with that life in these meetings? Because they want you to keep coming back to their facilities, and it's just a money game. That's all that is. The recovery system is an economy of jobs. They must see the numbers. They must have experts that research this stuff, and they can't come to a better understanding of what's really at play. And if you instituted spirituality, which the government programs won't allow, it still might not have that. It might have a little more success, but I would like to lie and say there'd be high success rates, but I'm not. Maybe the 3% success rate might go to 12. And then you might have an argument to say, well, taxpayers, it's worth it for you to pay for these programs. I'm just saying. So, I mean, drug addiction is running rapid. Depression is running rapid. And the pharmaceuticals are loving it. The recovery systems are loving it. So what is what? Let's get your coffee yet. It's coffee talk. So, I'm just saying, a couple of people said, Joe, do the, talk about drug addiction and everything else and this kind of stuff. But, I get frustrated and I get a little animated, and I'm not trying to slur anybody where I was at. They were well-meant, nice, intended people. And I'm just down there trying to break it down. And if there's a drug addict or anybody that's depressed, I want to, reiterate that you have the power. You can't delegate a problem with you and somebody else. Well, yeah, there's psychiatrists, therapists, and all this and that. But at the end of the day, it comes down to you. We can't be little wimps always depending on all this stuff in the peripheral. When are you going to take ownership of your life? They don't own your life. Only you can do you. So you can juggle the numbers about these programs and addiction programs and facilities and everything else, but only you. And how do you do it? You got to find your soul and your spirit. And if it's Jesus calling, or if you worship a rock or a tree and it helps you, that's your spirit. Excuse me. So whatever you put credence into, whatever's your rock, whatever's your spiritual leader or however that is defined in your world, you have a better chance. And their theories are ridiculous. And if they were a business, they'd be bankrupt. I'm sorry. And, it goes on and on and on and on. And there's drug addiction is worse than it ever was in our country. You got to go to a person's inner core. Drug addiction might just be the symptom of something that is really going on deep inside of you, which these programs won't investigate. It's a revolving door merry-go-round, and they'll see you again in 7 months. And there's people that have been in these systems 5 times, 7 times in these programs, and it's just laughable and sad at the same time. And, I don't have a magic wand to tap somebody on the head and say, you're clean and you're going to stay clean. No, but at the least we better do the least we could do is meditate and take 2 steps back and look at the reality of it. No, but these programs and the directors and counselors, they're all brainwashed into this tunnel vision on this is how we're supposed to attack. Well, go right ahead. I hope I'm not losing the quality of this video. Technically, it's high quality already. You're getting a lot for your money when you come to a cup of JoJo. Oh yeah, it's free. Hey, thank you for another subscriber. I'm rocking and rolling with 39. 50 by Christmas is our goal, and that's puppy chow. Come on, people, back me up here. Back me up. Don't shame me. That's all right. We're going to still forging ahead. We're going to still forging ahead. We're going to still forge ahead. See, I got a fat bottom lip from a fall I had, and I got so, and doctors. Let's talk about doctors and drug addiction and everything else. What is what's the evolution of a person at the beginning and then they're full force drug addict? Take me, for instance. Let's use me as an example. I'm not shy. I had some pain problems and I had some accidents and, I got a little broken up, and you get a little older and you start feeling these things. So they give you methadone for pain. Methadone is the drug used to give drug addicts to, when they quit doing drugs, they go on a methadone program and they take a dose of methadone every day to keep them from going to the streets and all that. So it's the methadone program to keep drug addicts steady dose and out of the jungle, out of the streets. And there's millions of people on the methadone program. But methadone is a drug. Methadone is a drug. So they gave me methadone for pain. And boy, I was like, this feels good. This feels good. And I graduated up to higher drugs. Because, you see people and, then you try this and you try that. And next thing you know, you're shooting heroin in your vein. Yours truly. And I'm not shy to admit it. So, a cup of JoJo. Well, you did drugs because you had some medical problems, and then you started doing heroin and you had some medical problems. So, well, we understand. Thank you. But I did drugs because I liked the feeling that it gave me. I liked the feeling that those drugs gave me. I'm not trying to promote drugs or anything else, but I'm a straight shooter. I like doing drugs for everybody else, friends and family and new viewers and everybody else, I did drugs because I liked that feeling. Okay? And I still loved myself. Well, some people do drugs because they have some issues and they're hiding things, and then they do drugs to try to forget and mask their problems. No. I had a great life coming all the way through with beautiful family and everything else, and I love myself. I wasn't trying to do drugs because I hated myself. No, some people might, but not me. I did drugs because I like the feeling of that high. And then you got to continue that high and everything else. So I did that. That's my story. That's my story. But it starts little, and then you graduate, and you start taking more risks until you're fully engulfed with a full-fledged drug addict. And how long can you keep that life going? Well, it went all the way till I died. So those drugs killed me. Fentanyl killed me. I was dead on the floor. Fentanyl killed me. So I went, the timeline was, yeah, you bebop around, you investigate, let me try this opiate, let me try that opiate. And you try all these things out. And then that fentanyl, I knew wasn't heroin. Believe me, I knew what real heroin was. And I lost a couple friends to it. And I survived. And so I went full circle. Started out doing it. And then I went into the recovery system and well-meant people. But only you can get yourself straight. Only you can get yourself clean. Only you can keep clean. You can get sober, but you got to stay sober. You know, people relapse numbers over and over and over again. So there should be an aha moment. What is wrong? If you're relapsing, you got to think and say, well, something ain't right. Something. This or that, or this or that, or all of that. Something's not right. So, I mean, each individual is a different human being and different motivations, different concepts, and different judgments. But the recovery system implements one universal program and tries to implement that over a certain population in which that population is diversified and not many might not be gravitate toward those programs theories. So what are you left with? Failure rates. So how do you rethink that? How do you restructure that? The government don't care about it. That's an economy of jobs built on failure. Okay? So when some people break their arm, they're 22 years old, they break their arm, they break their leg, and then the doctor prescribes them opiates for pain. And they take that opiate and it's like, woo, I likes this. I likes this. Well, they say, I like this. Makes me feel good. And then when they're all healed up, after 2 or 3 months of taking this opiate, and they stop taking it, and all of a sudden they're getting sick. They're withdrawing and jonesing off of that. And they still got half of that prescription left in the cabinet, and they go, well, let me go take this. Boom. That's the beginning of drug addiction. Yes, it happens many different ways, but anybody, you know, it doesn't discriminate. Drugs and addiction doesn't discriminate anybody based on creed, sex, race, any demographic. It does not discriminate. you are a candidate to be a drug addict. So I'm just trying to say that, you know, it's just that quick when you don't realize, and all of a sudden it evolves into a full force drug addict. And now you got to keep up. When the doctor says, I can't write you any more opiates, what next? You go to the streets, and then you go cop street drugs. And then you get involved in that. Now you could get busted. You can leave the city and get pulled over, and they could find all kinds of bags of heroin in your car. Now, you could have been a regular citizen, a positive citizen, and in a blink of an eye, you're into this full force drug addiction. And then now, how are you going to get out of it? How do you escape it? Through the recovery system with anemic success rates? You have to do you. You have to look at yourself deep within and either accept the way you're going to continue to be a drug addict or figure out how to get clean and stay clean. So, I want to throw a little video together and touch upon such of these current events, current issues, because I've been brainstorming different things and stuff. And, I just seen the news and they're talking about the overdoses and that are going on. And it's an epidemic. And you have to have some type of spirituality if you're going to even have any shot of getting clean and staying clean. And figure your mind out, figure your spirit out. And if you can reach that apex, then you got a shot. Oh, Jojo, how did you stay clean? Oh, boy, that's nice of you. I don't need to. Thank you, you good well-wishers. Thank you. I appreciate the well-wishers, but it's no badge of honor because I stayed clean off of drugs for 8, 9, 10, however long it is. And I don't go to the meetings to get a 5-year badge or a 5-year thing to go, ooh, you're doing good. No, I don't need all that. I don't need all that. I don't need to be complimented for being normal. I don't look at it like that. That's all fine and dandy, and that might keep some people clean, but no, mine not only. They got clean. They don't need the compliments. They don't need the pins, my 5-year pin, my 10-year. Yeah, you don't need all that. Leave it alone. Divorce it. Go on with your life. Go on with your life. It might be the same guy at those meetings when they talk about their drug stories and everybody's sitting in a circle and, who did 5 bags of heroin? The next guy did 10 bags of heroin a day, or who drank a 6-pack of beer a day and who drank 12. Why do you want to go to those meetings and entertain all that stuff in your mind? It might make you more apt to go relapse. Divorce it. You divorced your wife. You don't go visit her 30 days a month. You divorced her. It's over. Think about something else. Love yourself. So, at least I got 20 something minutes in there. And I do appreciate my new subscribers. And so when we get back to the spirituality aspect of fighting drug addiction, I have this book. It's a daily devotion. Now, don't run. It's 1 paragraph a day, okay? It's 1 paragraph. And it gives you a little hope and everything on your day. It's like psychology, but it comes packaged in the Jesus Calling. So whether you're spiritual, you don't have to be a Bible thumper or any of that. It's just food for thought. And, we're psychological. Our thoughts lead to actions. So if we had better thoughts, we'd have better actions. We'd have different behaviors. So, where do you put your thoughts on? What do you put credence in? What do you do in your day that might promote positivity and growth? Okay, that's what I'm here for. So don't run. Don't run. I love you all anyways. So this is Jesus Calling, and these little paragraphs are like taken from scripture from the Bible. Okay, so the flavor of most of them is like, God is close to you, stay close, he's got your back, and entertain that. And we need all the help we can get. So it doesn't hurt. I mean, if you could possibly grow and get stronger in all areas of your life. Understanding will never bring you peace. Yeah, understanding, why this happened, God, why this happened. Sometimes we just don't know the mysteries of God, and we can't make ourselves nuts over it. That's why I have instructed you to trust in me, not in your understanding. Just trust in him. We don't have to understand it all. That's hard for us as humans to do. Human beings have a voracious appetite for trying to figure things out in order to gain a sense of mastery over their lives. Yeah, we want to figure everything out. But the world presents you with an endless series of problems. Yeah, the world is a vampire set to drain your blood. But the world presents, as soon as you master one set, another group of problems pops up to challenge you. Yeah, you put one fire out, there's 3 more starting over there. What do I do? What do I do? I ran out of water. The relief you had I can't talk. I'm a good reader. The relief you had anticipated is short-lived. Soon your mind is gearing up again, searching for understanding instead of seeking me. So yeah, we just want to understand instead. You know what? There's a shortcut to it. Let me hook up with God. My back ain't strong enough to keep putting all these fires out. I need some help. These fires is a 2-alarmer, a 4-alarmer, and I only got 1 hose. Let's put these fires out. The wisest of all men, Solomon, could never think his way through to peace. His vast understanding resulted in feelings of futility rather than in fulfillment. He thought too much, and it was futile, and he never felt fulfilled. Finally, he lost his way and succumbed to the will of his wives by worshiping idols. See where his mind led to? My peace is not an elusive goal. So his peace is not an elusive goal hidden at the center of some complicated maze. It's right here in front of us. Actually, you are always enveloped in peace, which is inherent in my presence. As you look to me, you gain awareness of this precious peace. We all want some peace in our lives. We all want to understand these things. And when there's not fulfillment, we go off to idols or different maladaptive things that are negative. So that's the Jesus Calling. And I'm psyched. I got my coffee. I got my people. And I hope that video could shed a little light on stuff and give you the confidence and the power to rise up, whether it's drug addiction or other problems that you are having. You can do it. There's all these programs and stuff out there, but you can do it when you get your mind straight. And how do we get our mind balanced? There's different methods, but show a little spirituality in there. Because God might be the only one that has your back. So that's that. I'm glad I did a video. I'm glad I got a topic matter, and I'm well versed in it from A to Z. I know it from the drug addict aspect, which I was, and I know it from the counselor, which I was approved to, but I will never be a drug counselor. I would never be a drug counselor in the system. I passed all the tests with flying colors. I was on the dean's list. I got straight A's everywhere. I will never go into that field because I don't agree with the foundation of theories that it's based on. It's a joke. And forgive me, I know you're well-met people, but sometimes you just have to accept reality and not just keep sweeping things under the rug. And there's a big debate in communities and everything else on, should the people, taxpayers, fund these buildings and programs and drug centers? I mean, comment in there. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button. Let's grow together and make a stronger voice. And if it's only you that I'm talking to and you don't subscribe and everything else, I still appreciate you. Because at the end of the day, I'm trying to build a channel. And if this channel only meant that I helped one person better their life, get off of drugs, or have a better thinking and grow spiritual, then my channel is a success. I joke about the numbers 39 and everything else. And I'm not going to lie, I want higher numbers. But God chose me, one person, that I went down and died. And I was the lucky one in the world to make a comeback. The angels came and I was selected and got raised back from the dead to still have a good thinking apparatus. I'd like to believe that. So that's why at the end of the day, if I talk to one subscriber and help them out, I did my job. One single person, because God picked me, one single person, to survive that drug overdose. That's the way I look at it. I joke about the low subscriber numbers and everything else. But maybe my mission is to help this one person out there that is struggling and try to lift them up a little. My job is done. So that's that. I'm psyched. It's the middle of summer. We're in a heat wave. Stay cool. It's going to be 100 all week, 93 to 95 or whatever. I exaggerate, but so it's a great summer we're having. And don't get depressed. Hook up with God. Think about some of the things he's saying, and don't give up. Don't give up. When I came back out of life support, my mind was erased. I didn't know anything about my name. I didn't know how old I was. I was just blank, laying there looking at the ceiling going, what am I in this world? What's this world? What's everything? And I came back. One person in the world that could overcome being dead. Here I am. So I better do good with the breath I got left. And God didn't bring me back to be an a-hole. God brought me back to say, you know what? Share a good word, JoJo. Hang in there. Don't give up. I got your back. That's good enough for me. It was good enough. The angels came and, I got resuscitated, and now I'm sharp as a tack. Am I? I do suffer from some collateral damage and some memory things that bother me, and or that's just getting older. But no, I mean, there's some easy things that I forget still, but I'm still capable enough, and God gives me the strength and power to do a competent video. So God gives me some of that power so I can think straight and hopefully have the words to just keep going on and keep the video going. So, because when I start the videos, I just start on the seat of my pants. Like I got, all I got is the title of the video, and then I got to get in there and talk effectively. But God gives me the power. I'm not that sharp to keep a video going and communicating points and concepts and dialogues and everything else. I'm not that good. Maybe not, but God is helping me. He could help you too. So, that's all I wanted to state, that one viewer, even if you're not a subscriber, I want to help you. Whether you hit the like button or subscribe or comment, you're worth it. I want to help you. I was a worthless drug addict on the floor dead, and the angels came and picked. Why did I have to come back? All my friends died. Millions of people are dying. So I got to use this time to try to help many, thousands, 10,000s, or one. Means the same to me. I'm never going to make money or get monetized on this video, on this channel. No, there's no money in it. From the heart to your heart. And just remember, be the kings and queens of your world. Don't give up. Don't give up. Stay great. Raise your thinking up and stay blessed. And you are truly the kings and queens, God's children. Didn't make no chumps. So thank you. Have a great finish to your weekend. And I appreciate all my subscribers. And now you're starting to comment. And now you're even hitting the like button. See, don't give up. I thought, geez, I'll never get there. I had 2 subscribers for a month. So don't give up. Get some power with your spiritual Jesus and God. Get some power. And rise up. It's good thinking just the same. It's positive mentality. So we'll leave it at that. I appreciate y'all. God bless you all and stay great. Thank you, folks.